Okay, everyone. Hi, it's Emma
and Dawn.
And we are here, my Oviedo Chatty chicks. Today, who are we talking to?
We are talking to Emily Murphy from
Elevate Health and Hormones.
So you can guess she is somebody who evaluates your hormones and how you feel. And so we are just going to have a conversation with her and the nurse practitioner on how you can get your hormones right and do all those things.
Yeah, so we think that you're really going to enjoy it.
If you're a woman and you're having any type of you're feeling like you're off, or you've been hearing everybody taking HRT and you have no clue what that's about, you will love this video because you're going to learn all things HRT.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Hi, everyone. It's Emma.
And Dawn.
And we have two amazing people here with us that we are very near and dear to our hearts. So we're going to introduce you to Emily Murphy and Jennifer Kay. Emily Murphy is a holistic wellness coach, and Jennifer Kay is an APRN, an APRN.
An advanced
practice registered nurse.
Okay, there we go.
So I have a master's as a nurse practitioner and a postmaster's as a midwife.
The reason that we're meeting with them is because, I don't know, a year ago, Dawn started some hormone replacement therapy, and she started talking to me about it. And Dawn's younger than me, and I'm like, if you're on it, I need to be on it. So I said, who are you using? And she said, Emily Murphy. And so who do I call?
Emily Murphy.
Emily Murphy. And so I love Emily so much that I was like, the world has to know about you. So I asked Dawn if we could do Chatty Chicks.
Yep,
and here we are.
And I think a lot of people have questions about what you do. They hear about it. Everyone's kind of doing it. So it's like, do we jump on the bandwagon, or is this something that we really need to look into? So I think this is going to be a really good conversation, and we'll get deep into it to where we can really understand why people are doing it and why you need it and all that good fun stuff. So
yeah, absolutely. And so one of the things that I think is important, and the question that I want to ask is, for a long time, HRT, hormone replacement therapy, has been frowned upon, right? And there has been information out there that says it's harmful and it discourages people. And so can you tell me why now? Why is HRT being encouraged now?
Well, because so much of the science and the research has shown that we need it. Declining hormones are one of the biggest things that ages us and takes away so much of our ability to fight off disease, for our immune system to be strong, to fight off inflammation. So it's awesome we're having these conversations because it's been quieted for a long time. Our parents, our mothers, our grandmothers, they suffered in silence, right? The things that they must have gone through, right? Can you imagine? Because now
no support group.
Right,
Yeah,
we go to the doctor and tell our doctors things and we hear the worst. I mean, imagine 30 years ago, 40 years ago, a woman coming to a practitioner and telling them how she was feeling. I mean, there's probably not even a chance
Let's
that
just
they
go
got
back 10
any
years,
support.
okay?
Right, even 10, even 5 when I was struggling,
Yeah.
right? So that's why, I mean, the conversation with the social media is bubbling to the top because there are so many women that are reaching out for support and community and going like, I can't be the only one that feels this way, right?
Yes.
Right.
And so for someone watching, does it have to do with menopause, or if someone's watching this that's 30 years old, not even
that's a
near
good point.
menopause,
Yeah.
can they benefit from HRT?
Yeah.
That's a
Jen,
great
you wanna
question.
Well, and there's
something
different
down
levels, and HRT is there's multiple hormones and things we're addressing.
Right.
You know, I mean, we see patients. I mean, we have teenage patients that are dealing
do.
with hormone
We do.
dysfunction.
And we have and women in their 20s and men in their 20s and 30s. So it depends. I mean, the problem is that, for example, thyroid is one of the most low thyroid is one of the most underdiagnosed conditions in the U.S. People come in with symptoms, right? And their labs are, they're not.
They're average.
Right, but we have to remember those are average ranges based upon everybody they've tested. They're not looking at where are you going to feel good, and also are they symptomatic, right? Do they have all the symptoms of underactive thyroid?
Right.
Now, sometimes when they're in their 20s, we talk about supplementation, but we know as we get older that supplementation is not going to support it. right? And that we need the hormones. You're replacing what the body's no longer making.
Yeah.
And why is that? Like, why is the body no longer making it to where we have to
Age and stress.
age and stress? And I also think like maybe a lot of the food we eat, it's so unnatural.
Oh, which stresses our body.
Yeah.
Right. The
So not
oxidative
like
stress.
mental stress.
All of
oxidative
the stress.
All the stress, right?
Yeah.
But like in addition to just the food we eat, it's just, you know.
Right. And they say women in other countries don't suffer menopause as bad as women in the United States. So,
More whole foods and different things.
right. Less
Yeah.
toxins in our foods and things. Not that they're not losing their hormones and suffering at some level, but symptomology like is less, they say, for other countries.
So what are some of the symptoms that people are feeling that would need to call you?
Yes.
What are those
Let
Let me get the list out, right? Over 100 symptoms of menopause. I mean, dry skin, dry eyes, constipation, the gut health suffers, our fatigue, brain fog, hair loss, you know, all the things that we have when we're younger.
Increased anxiety, depression, you know,
Huge.
and not feeling motivated, right? There's just, and the symptoms cross over with the hormones, right? But there's a ton of research that supports that hormones are the elixir for a long and healthy life. And so when we're talking about hormones, sometimes people say to me, I don't want to be taking medication. I'm saying, you're not taking medication, you're taking a hormone that you're deficient in.
And
You're
what are those
replacing-
hormones? Because there's only a certain few, right?
Right, we work with thyroid, we work with estrogen, we work with progesterone, we work with testosterone.
Okay. Which a lot of women are low in testosterone.
Yes,
So,
and that's a
yeah.
brand new
Yeah.
thing for a lot of women when we have
Yes,
that conversation.
yes.
And
Yeah.
what women don't realize is that when you're looking at women who have healthy levels of testosterone, that number's higher than their estradiol. And so when you're deficient, just like with estradiol, you don't feel good.
Yeah.
And that we need it. It helps with our bones, it's anti-cancer, it's anti-inflammatory, anti-autoimmune, helps with brain fog.
And
So many
libido.
And
That's the
libido.
big,
Oh, that's
a
I
big one.
mean, that is
Everybody
the big one, but I mean, the other things are.
elephant in the room
That
that no
is-
one wants to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah. That, and also, what about weight loss? Because you
Oh,
can,
yeah.
if you're a little overweight, you're not going to feel good either. So someone might say, well, I could take all those hormones, but I need it. You also do the weight loss stuff too, right?
Well, right, and all those hormones contribute to somebody's body, how, you know, your body composition, how your body metabolizes food, if you store fat, if you're able to build muscle, right? All these hormones play a role there also. And then we have other things like peptides that can help, you know, with weight loss and appetite suppression and the things that, you know, people really love, right, to get into.
Yeah.
Energy and all sorts of things. So, yeah, I mean, but the hormones play a big role in body composition.
You want to first work on your hormones, and then
So
maybe-
so walk us through the
Yeah.
process.
So
of
we
if
call you.
somebody-
So someone calls you and
Yes,
says, I
walk
heard you
us
on the
through.
Chatty Chicks. What do I need to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we send somebody for labs right away. That's where we start. That's where we can find out all the information and data that we start with, right? If we need more and additional labs and other tests, right, we can do that. But our full comprehensive panel covers so much. We had a guy yesterday that said, I have never been through a medical experience like this in my life. He was 58 years old.
Same.
Wow.
So, and that, I mean, that's powerful, right? They've never gotten to tell a provider all the things they were feeling, their goals and what they want out of their treatment. And then here are steps 1, 2, 3, and 4, what we're going to start to do to get you towards your goal. And here's your comprehensive plan. So we start with labs, then they meet with the provider for an hour on a telehealth call and go over
When
all
you say
of those
provider,
things.
it's her, right?
Yeah, we have another provider also.
so-
But, and then you have a plan and a strategy that gets you, you know, back to balance. Lab optimization is you know, along with symptom optimization, right, that we work on, and follow-ups and making sure the labs are being monitored. And so you're moving towards your goals, right? It's not a set it and forget it. We see a lot of people come to us and they have tried HRT or they've been put on it and
Didn't work. or-
right. They're on really low levels. They were never tested to make sure that they had therapeutic doses, so they actually got the benefits of the hormones in their system, right? It's just put on and put you back out to the wild, right? And that's not how you do things.
So first, it's almost like give them a call, schedule a consultation, And it's not like they're going to put you on it right away. They're going to go over it with you.
Oh, yeah.
Go over everything, see what you need. So you might not even need anything. And
Yeah,
they'll
it's
tell
not
you,
a one. My favorite thing about this and their approach is it's not a one size fits all.
Right.
Here's a pill. It works for everyone. You know, or how many years have we dealt with? You go to your general
Primary,
practitioner, right? And oh, you're feeling depressed. Here's a pill for that. Well, why are you feeling depressed? Is it your hormone levels?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what a novel approach. And so that, for me, that is what I am talking about. It's so frustrating. I can't tell you how many people I've referred to Emily, and I told you I was going to say this in this interview. Every single person who has called Emily and had the provider speak with them has said, I feel so heard. When was the last time you saw a doctor and could say that?
Right.
I'm just saying, it doesn't happen. And if it does, you keep heap with that provider.
Right, that's a good one.
Because
That's a good one.
they're good. I'm saying to you,
if you don't feel heard, they will hear you and help you.
It's
along.
true.
Yeah.
How long have you all been doing this, and why? Why are you doing this? That I always am fascinated by what put you in this trajectory. So, and I want to hear both of you.
Yeah, well, I have been in health and wellness for 20 years. We've owned gyms, meal prep companies, and 5 years ago, my hormones hit the fan. And I was put on birth control, antidepressant, and looking at my life going, this can't be right. This is not, I felt so out of sorts still. It wasn't anything that made me better or helped me. So I was going through, and I didn't go to the doctor a lot, but when I needed the doctor, they weren't there for me. The OBGYN dismissed me. My primary care, here's antidepressant, anti-anxiety meds. So I was like, when I finally needed somebody, they weren't there. And so digging, come to this hormone conclusion, right? That even at 37, that was when everything crashed for me, there were solutions, right? And so we've been doing this for 2 years. Yes.
I know, it's
Elevate
great.
Health and Hormones has been in operation for 2 years. So this is awesome. And yeah, it's where we need to be. I mean, we have these conversations with women every single day,
sure
and
you
men,
do.
but
yeah. And you're not just for women. I want to make sure that we
and
say
men.
that too. They see a lot of men too. But I think for the most part, that women start the journey and then drag their men into
you
it
need
with them.
this.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so tell us, Jennifer, why did you pick this field? Because you told us a beautiful story. You were a midwife for many years. And so why this now?
Well, as a midwife and a nurse practitioner, I saw the hormone swing, right? You know, I was a nurse practitioner in the 90s. We were still prescribing hormones. The nurses study came out, it kiboshed hormones.
Yes.
Women still weren't feeling good, right? And so all these years I would listen to women talk to me about not feeling good, and we'd run labs, but you know, the labs were in the range, and so it just was frustrating, even for me as a provider, not being able to help them. And so as I have aged, right, I hit menopause and I went on estrogen for a little while. But the wellness journey I was on, I was gaining weight, I couldn't lose weight. If I did calorie restricted, it only worked for a little bit of time. I couldn't get to where I wanted. It was this crazy journey where I'm thinking, why can't I do this? And then having my own labs done and looking and saying, oh, hello.
Yeah.
You know, and that understanding that really, and a lot of training too, a lot of training about hormones and where the benefits are, and that the research is there to support it. And that has changed everything for me.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad you guys found each other.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
Another thing I want to point out, because what she said, the training and the education beyond what she learned in med school and the things that a provider needs to go through to learn and prescribe hormones is not what they learn in med school.
Nope.
And so a lot of patients ask us, why can't I go to my primary? Why did my OBGYN every day? Why did they not tell me this? Why didn't they run these labs? they're not trained.
They're not.
They're
They're not
not.
trained in
And the
nutrition as
amount
well.
of continuing
You
education
probably
that
need to be healthy.
yeah,
Right.
But we continue on. I mean, constant education to stay on top of, because it's all it's new stuff coming out because nobody's been
There's more and more studies
caring
now.
about women's hormones. Nobody's so
Right.
Well, we're glad you guys care about them. That's
we
awesome.
do.
Yeah. So science, everyone.
What's your
hormones.
website? How do they?
ElevateHealthAndHormones.com. You can
Okay.
take our quiz. There's a female and a male hormone quiz. See where you're at. At the end of that, you could book a free consultation and have
With
a
you?
casual conversation with me or one of our qualified patient care specialists.
Awesome.
Yeah, we have a few girls in the office now.
Wow,
So
nice.
yeah, we're growing, and
Yes.
so we have additional support and a patient care team, and you'll have a conversation just like this. It's very casual. It's very, can we help you?
Yeah.
Do you want to dive in and look at what's going on? And that's it. Yeah.
Sounds like a win-win for everyone. So I love it.
too.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
so
Thank you
much.
guys.
Thank
So
you.
welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to keep up with all of our adventures.
And don't forget, with the Chatty Chicks, you can always score some great giveaways.
Oh yeah.